How is everyone doing today? Welcome back to Lucero Gaming. And in today's video, I'm going to show you everything you need to know about cutting in the AC4400s on the new Train Sim World 2 game. So stick around and let's get into it. So first things first is we come into here and we got 3 switches on the side. Okay, so these are all our lights for our nose cab, our toilets, and our cabin here. Okay, I like how it's 3 seats. There's your conductor, your brakeman, and here's your engineer side. Okay, so before we mess with any of these controls, and especially that computer right there, I will show you how to cut it in using that. First, I'm just going to show you real quick. If you want to know how to turn on and off these locomotive, they're real easy. So you just come here to make sure that the locomotive is in isolation. Okay, and all you have to do is hit the engine stop button and you'll hear the engine turn off. Let me open this door. Okay, so now the locomotive is dead. So if you are curious about the SD40s and the Jeep 38s, I'll leave 2 other videos that I've done that break down and shows you everything in the description down below. So you can go check those out if you need help with those ones. Okay, and this is a little bit different than those locomotives. Okay, there is no knife switch, there is no starter out here on the catwalk. Basically everything's controlled in here. Okay, now normally you will not find the locomotive off. Okay, it will always be running, but just in case it is off, it's real easy to do. Okay, and again you have your controls here. Okay, you just want to make sure that the ones that you need on are on. So obviously we don't need that, the window heater unless it's snowing. And road crossing lights you need on. Refrigerator, yes, you need that on. You got to keep your sandwich cold. Radio, definitely on. Your short hood and long hood lights need to be on. That one you don't need to worry about it. That's just a DP power. We're not running a big train, so we're good on that. Okay, running lights on. Fuel pump. So these switches right here you're going to want on. Your fuel pump, your control on, and your cab computer display. Okay, let's see if that turns it off. And it does not. Okay, then we gotta pull all power, but we'll keep that on. Okay, and then it's got a few more switches down here, is like your heaters, and then up here is just some other switches that you want to just check before you take off. Your crosswalk lights, and those are the lights along the crosswalks here. Your control, you want that on also, and your number lights, turn those on before you take off. So now let's start this bad boy up, and we're gonna go over to start on our isolation switch, and you're gonna hit the black button. You're gonna hold it until the bell stops ringing. Okay, and once that's done making the noise, just let it go. It takes a little bit because in real life the computers are doing everything for you. Okay, it primes it and does all the things that needs to be done. So it's going to take a little bit, 15 to 30 seconds to get it fired up, but you'll hear it when it's turning on. And there it goes. Just give it a little bit longer. Alright, right there, that's turned on. So before we sit down, we want to put our isolation switch to run. Come over here and put it to short hood lead. Okay, now long hood lead is if we were going this way and we were running the locomotive from the long hood end, and vice versa on short hood lead. And then it gives you long hood trail, short hood trail, and then single or middle unit. But we are short hood, which is right there. Okay, so now let's talk about this control panel. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is, if you are on control, because I'm playing this on the Xbox One, you're going to hit your right thumbstick and it's going to come to internal cameras. You go to more, and let's go to control switch console first. Okay, and so this right here, you can see that it's right next to the seat. Okay, it's right underneath the panel up here, and there's a few things we want to turn on. Okay, so engine run is on now. We want to put our gen field on and control on. You need these three to run the locomotive. Okay, if you want to use your dynamics, that's our switch right there. Gauge lights, I don't need them on right now. And then your step lights, and here's your heater and your AC unit. Okay, and these buttons right here don't work. Now we're going to go back to the main view here. Now go to our left, and we got our headlights, and we are going to do backlights on dim. Just double check. Yep, and there's our ditch lights right down here, our headlights, and then there's our number lights. So we're good on that. Now, I think everybody has the question, how do you actually cut this in, and how do you use this computer system? Well, I'm going to show you in this video. So we're going to go back to internal cameras, right thumbstick. I don't know if you're on PC what it's like. I'm sorry that I can't help you with that, but like I said, I'm playing this on Xbox One, so I'm using a controller. We're going to go to more once again, and we're going to do engineer's main screen. Okay, it's going to bring us into this one. Okay, and there's buttons. You can see F1 through F8, and then 1 through 8. And it shows that air brakes, measure miles, distance start, distance setup, and speed control. Okay, these are all the different things you can control with this locomotive. Okay, now in your SD40s and your Jeep 38s, it's a different way to cut them in. So if you do need help with that, check out the videos in the description down below. Okay, so we're going to push number 1, which is our air brakes, and it's going to bring us into the screen. Okay, now you can see right here it says current setup. We have 90 pounds on our main brake pipe. Our auto brakes, so automatic brakes, are cut out. Our independent brake is a trail. We need to change that. So if you go down here and it says increase and decrease, this is to increase this amount of your PSI on your brake pipe. Okay, do not worry about that. Don't touch that. Don't have to worry about that. Okay, but that's right there. But you can see on number F3 and F4 it says cut in and out and lead and trail. So what you're going to do is you're going to click over on cut in, and you're going to click over on lead or trail, and you're going to notice that this says current setup and this says change setup. Okay, it says auto brake cut in and independent brake and lead. Up here it says cut out and trail. Okay, now before you do anything else, what you always want to do is push F6, which is save changes, and you're going to hear the brakes click over, and you're now going to look up here and it says current setup, cut in and lead. So now we're cut in, exit that page. Let's get back to our braking system, and let's put a set on independent and knock off our automatic, and you can see everything rising up. Even if we want to give it a little bit of throttle, you can hear that. And so that's how it works. So if you want to cut it back out, put a set on your automatic. Get back into your screen, air brakes, and you just repeat it backwards. So F3, F4. Again, we're cut in and lead. Now we're going to cut it out and put it into trail. Always make sure to push save changes. Okay, if you push exit, it doesn't do nothing. You always have to push save changes. Okay, so again, we're going to cut it back out. And see, went over. Once I push save, exit, and now our brakes do not. We can't operate them. So that will complete this video. It was a short video, and if you made it this far, or if it helped you, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you like videos like this or any other simulation games, please consider subscribing to the channel, because that's what my channel is all about. Until next time, we'll see you guys later.